We see the intensity that you carry yourself with on the field. Do you go to a different place in your mind on game day?
I feel like I do. Yeah, there's definitely a level of a switch that gets flipped. For me, I call them 9.
Oh my God! There's lost broken on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
The Minnesota Vikings were just shut out for the first time in 18 years. Let that sink in. The last time it happened, they were blasted 34-0 by the Packers back in 2007. Now here we are in 2025, and the Vikings have fallen to 4-8, a staggering collapse from the 14-win season they put together just a year ago. It almost feels impossible that this is the same franchise. And for a second there, Vikings fans had a sliver of hope. Former Minnesota Gopher quarterback Max Brosmer. He was supposed to be a feel-good story in an otherwise gloomy season, but even that glimmer faded fast as he finished this latest disaster with just 124 passing yards and 4 interceptions in a shutout loss. It's rough when the one bright spot is swallowed by the same darkness as everything else. Of course, the quarterback situation has been the headline of Vikings struggles all year long. J.J. McCarthy, in his first season as the full-time starter, has severely underperformed in ways that go far beyond numbers on a stat sheet. It's the decision-making, it's the shaky accuracy, it's the lack of poise in big moments, and most of all, the lack of confidence. Not just from fans, but even his teammates. You can feel it. You can see it on the sideline. The season can't end fast enough for Vikings fans. And the worst part is, this wasn't supposed to be a rebuilding year. Not even close. They went 14-3 last season. People expected a regression, sure, but something like 10 wins, not whatever this is. And yes, losing Sam Darnold did damage continuity, but let's be honest, he's a game manager. Solid, but limited. Having him would not magically turn this offense into a juggernaut. The problems run deeper than missing one veteran quarterback. And speaking of JJ's, we have to mention this. Justin Jefferson's future has become one of the biggest points of speculation. He's arguably the best receiver in the entire NFL, smack dab in the middle of his prime, and he's stuck on an offense that resembles an Army-Navy game, allergic to explosive plays. Nothing official has been said yet, but you can feel the tension. If things don't change soon, you can't blame him if he starts looking around the league for a team that'll actually maximize his talent. Then there's the offensive line, which has been a problem all year long. They're giving up sacks at about 10.5% of dropbacks, third worst in the NFL. Some of that comes from a young quarterback holding the ball too long, but let's not sugarcoat it. The line hasn't elevated anyone. If anything, it's dragged the offense down with it. Turnovers have been a disaster too. Just last week, the Vikings had their first 5-turnover game in 14 years. For a team built around protecting the ball and stacking slow, methodical drives, that's basically a death sentence. They sit dead last in the league at 2.2 turnovers per game, and when you're handing the ball away that often, winning becomes almost impossible. When you stack everything together, you get an offense that ranks 5th worst in scoring at 18.7 points per game and sits 29th in total yards, averaging just 272 per outing. They also hold the 2nd worst third down conversion rate at 30%. That's not just struggling, that's completely dysfunctional. The defense, to his credit, has been okay. Middle of the pack statistically, and they've had stretches where they've genuinely kept Minnesota alive. But when the offense consistently leaves them in an impossible situation, coughs up the ball, and fails to sustain drives, even a good defense eventually cracks. No unit can survive that level of strain week after week after week. So here's the big question. What's the answer to their struggles? The Vikings front office has to be feeling the pressure. They can't sit on their hands anymore. Do they invest heavily in the draft? Do they sign a veteran quarterback and sit McCarthy behind him for a year or two? Do they roll with McCarthy again and hope he magically develops? The last one seems unlikely at this point. If you're a Vikings fan, you actually might find yourself rooting for a top 5 pick just to force the team to bring in some real competition. The fear, though, and it's a real one, is they draft another quarterback who ends up being another J.J. McCarthy situation. That's the nightmare scenario. But hey, if there's one thing Viking fans know better than anyone, there's always next year. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to subscribe. This is a new channel, and your support really helps. And now I want to hear from you. What do you think the Vikings should do? Draft a quarterback, sign a vet, or maybe just blow it all up? Drop your take in the comments. It's Armchair GM time.